If a woman come to your bedroom, fellas, with her hair down and a scrunchie on her wrist, you about to get some head. I don't even have no punchline. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Shit. I be looking for scrunchies on wrists, nigga. Did you explain that to her just now? You explained it to her? You explained it to your dad? Oh, okay. Your dad is here. Oh, okay. Oh, nigga, you ain't know that? Oh, nigga. And why your daughter know and you don't know? He like, what the fuck does scrunchie got to do with the joke? She like, Dad, when you give head, Dad, you got to pull your hair back, Dad. He like this, oh, okay. That was a weird exchange right there.
Try to tell you you ain't ready.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Deon Cole. Now, what you're about to watch is not a comedy special. Don't even compare it to one, all right? What it is the process to having a comedy special. See, when we write these jokes, you gotta go to a club and make sure what work and what don't. The ones that you like, you keep. The other ones, you push to the side. But this time, I didn't want to push these to the side because I still think they're funny. So I was like, let me package it up and give it to the people. It's free anyway, too. You might as well enjoy it. And these times, man, we need laughter all the way around the board. And so hopefully this gives you some type of ease from the world we live in right now. So I hope you enjoy it, all right? It's not a comedy special, but it's something.
You guys ready for y'all headline of the evening, who y'all came to see? Start clapping right now, start clapping right now for my good friend. Put your hands together for Deon Cole, y'all. Make some noise.
Hello, what's going on? Give it up for Ocean, y'all. Clap it up for Ocean and shit. Thank y'all for coming out, man. We need to, can you turn this mic up a little bit? Sound man, appreciate it and shit. We didn't want to do no, like, big ass room and shit like that. I was like, this should be like a secret and shit. We're trying to see what work, and y'all gotta help us. Y'all can't just sit in this motherfucker and, you know, just be staring at niggas and shit. Like, you just think to yourself, I get it. I wanted to do a room where it's only like 40 motherfuckers and shit, so if this shit don't work, ain't nobody gonna believe you any motherfucking way, so. This is the real job. The job ain't all the glorification that you see and shit. That ain't the job. The job is to bomb. That's the job. You gotta bomb in order to rip. You get what I'm saying? So for every fucking 15 jokes I write, only one works. So you gotta keep going through all these motherfuckers and make sure this shit work or whatever. So just be patient and let a nigga grow tonight, all right? It's a weird audience, bro. I swear to God, y'all niggas in here like I don't need that much attention, just. Is sex better sober, high, or drunk? High, drunk. I think sex is better sober. Why? Because if that shit is good and you don't have a crutch, that shit good. Regardless, that shit good in the motherfucker. You ain't on shit, you ain't doing shit. You just got good sex, pure bang, boom, bow. That's what it is, this shit. That's right. Shit, give me some good sex and you ain't on shit, I'll put your real name in my phone. Y'all know we do that shit. Bitch at Walgreens. Bitch in the Beverly Center selling jackets and shit. Like, selling jackets, bitch. Women, y'all do that shit too. Don't answer one. Don't answer two. You say ignore. Why y'all get a nigga the number is what I'm. Ladies, when you're getting a good dickening, it's a good word. I just wanted to, trying to figure out how to use that word. When dickening, when dickened, what's the proper way to say it? When getting a good dickening. Dickening. Dickin? No, not just good. No, when getting a good dick. Nah. Dickening. Look at this ghetto bitch right here. Dig down, nigga. No, I'm trying the proper way, ghetto motherfucker. Just dickening. Okay, there it is. That's what I said at first. What the fuck? Why we get all around? What? Dickin'. When getting a good dickin'. Nah, dickening is cool. Yeah, y'all shut the fuck up for now on. Damn, I forgot the joke, motherfucker. Oh, man. When getting a good dickening, I heard Ocean up here talking about we was in Phoenix and shit. I love being on the road with Ocean. Ocean like a particular woman. And if it's not that woman, he ain't really fucking with her. White. So Ocean is the white woman assassin, nigga. I call that nigga Snow Lord. Lord Snow in this motherfucker. That nigga keep him frosty, Jack. Ocean kept going, nigga, let's go to Phoenix. Perform in Phoenix. I'm like, what the fuck is the deal in Phoenix? Oh, he was like, nigga, just come on. We set a show up, we go to Phoenix. I see why this nigga been begging me. Phoenix is the Mecca of niggas with white women. The Mecca. Every nigga in Phoenix got them a white girl. Shit, they give you one when you land. I'm like, here's your luggage, Mr. Cole, and this is Amber. She'll be staying with you your remaining stay in Scottsdale. I know that nigga's happy. When we landed, that nigga was like this. And I think that black people, I think we put a lot of emphasis on shit that we shouldn't, man. We always adding some extra struggle to our life and shit, man. And I just be like, man, like we don't have to pay that much attention to all this shit, you know, that people tell us that we have to do. And we put that on ourselves and shit. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Lotion. Let's talk about lotion for a minute. Let's talk about lotion. Come on, niggas. Now, lotion. Motherfuckers always want to lotion themselves up so they won't look ashy. But you are. You are. You are ashy, motherfucker. Why can't you just be what you are? And motherfuckers accept it and shit. Like if I want to put lotion on, I'll put it on because my shit feel rough or whatever. I'll be like, let me put on some lotion and shit. But I shouldn't be obligated. That shit is another motherfucking stress that's on me. I shouldn't be obligated. And when I put it on, sometimes I do it for y'all. I don't even be wanting that shit on. I just be like, I know these niggas gonna trip if I don't put this shit on. I don't be wanting to put that shit on. I be ready to go. I put it on for you so you won't judge me and shit. But I don't give a fuck about lotion. Y'all motherfuckers need to stop stressing over lotion like that. If you want lotion, that's you. That's what I'm saying. But don't knock the next motherfucker. Maybe he was in a hurry or something. And he just didn't put lotion on. But women to do that. Look at your crusty ass hands. And you trying to touch a bitch? Is you crazy, nigga? Like, no, like, damn, them working hard, working hands, bitch, damn. You wouldn't be eating that motherfucking crustaceans if it wasn't for these motherfucking hands, that's rusty ass hands, goddammit. Lotion just getting too much praise. It's just like, man, fuck all that. And there's some motherfuckers, they keep 2 lotions on them. Like they got one, the good lotion, and then it's the lotion they give other motherfuckers and shit. That's that fucked up lotion. You niggas, ooh, you lotion niggas. It ain't that serious. One day I was at Southwest, right, and getting in line, right, standing in line. All the flights had changed and shit, right? There was delay in the flight, so they was sending everybody all different kind of gates. Line long as fuck. I'm in the line like already like 15, 20 minutes. I finally get to the counter. It's more motherfuckers all behind me. Black lady up there, right? She like, where your ticket at? I give her the ticket. My shit rusty as fuck, right? The black lady stopped, went under the counter, grabbed her purse, and was like, give me your hand, baby, come here. In the middle of a crisis, nigga, like, it was a line. White people looking like, what is this bitch doing? Like, and I'm standing there letting this bitch. It's not that serious, niggas. That's all I'm trying to tell you, goddammit. And she was like, and her only words was this, now you know better.
So I think I made it. I got a stalker now. Problem with my stalker, this bitch always late. Don't nobody believe me and shit, cause I be like, I'm gonna need security and shit, you know. Show over with. They be like, where your stalker at? I be like, she gonna be here. It's just, I ain't the only nigga she stalking. Like, she got a lot on her plate, and you know. What's up, JB? You good, nigga? Good, baby. Thanks for coming out, JB.
My man JB, he had this joke. It's this saying that he say all the time, and I asked him if I could say it, if I could have it, and this nigga told me no. I was like, nigga, what? He's like, nah, nigga, you can't have that. I was like, that's fucked up, nigga. You ain't even a comic, nigga. He like, I don't give a fuck. You can't have it. Never got the logic from that neither. That nigga, I was like, all right. So now it's like this tension between me and him where we sit around each other and just stare and just don't really want to talk to each other about shit. It's a cool saying, too, and nigga won't let me have it. He came over my house one day. He was like this, come on, niggas, go down to the Soho House. I was like, all right, cool. He was like, I'm going to meet you up there. I'm like, all right. Call this nigga up. I'm like, how the Soho House? He was like, nigga, get down here, nigga. It's a bunch of Lord have mercies in this motherfucker. I was like, a bunch of what, nigga? He said, nigga, it's a gang of Lord have mercies in this motherfucker. I said, nigga, I'm still in that. So I asked him, nigga, can I say that? That nigga was like, no. What nigga tell you can't say his saying and shit? Niggas is wild. I had this one nigga give me a nickname one time. I was like, how you gonna give me a nickname when I ain't even grow up with you, nigga? That shit a little suspect to me, man. Seen that nigga one night, I was like, what up, Rob? He was like, what up, Scooby? I'm like,
you calling Scooby, nigga? Like, they ain't got nothing to do with my name or nothing. Like, ain't no D in there, ain't no C, nothing, ain't nothing. One day that nigga made me a slow jam CD. I'm not even bullshitting. At work, that nigga just walked up and the nigga was like this. I looked at it, that shit had slow jam on it. I was like this. Oh, that's dope, nigga. Tried to give it back. That nigga was just standing there like this. I'm like, he's like, nah, that's yours, nigga. I said, oh, thanks. What made you make me a slow jam CD though, nigga? He was like, oh, you know, I was just thinking, nigga, you know, you probably have some ladies and shit. You probably need a little CD to put on and, you know, rock out to. So I, thought I'd make you a slow jam CD. I was like, I just kept thinking about that nigga at home, just choosy lover. Oh, Dion gonna like this. I ain't gonna lie though, it was some hits on that motherfucker though. I think I'm racist. I am. I remember one time Ocean was like, hey man, you wanna go to this white party with me? And I was like, people or clothes? Because I can do clothes. People, not so much. No offense, it's just they chicken be different. Who lives in the world with no bones in their chicken and shit? That joke must have really hit home in here tonight. I felt it descending just. What's wrong with filet chicken, Dion? Anybody ever seen a tilapia fish? So how are they selling these motherfuckers for us to eat them? All right, we can keep it moving. Sorry, just wanted to save some lives in here. That's niggas like, don't fuck up my tilapia, nigga, with all that educational shit, nigga. I don't need to know all that. Just white people, do y'all eat tilapia? Case in point.
I was fucking with tilapia until you fucked it up for me. Now I can't have no tilapia no more.
But you're not white.
I was gonna say.
So that was the point that I said. I said white people. So I really wasn't talking to you. Just shut the fuck up. That's all. Just shut the fuck up and listen. If you listen, a lot of shit will like really work out for you. You know what I mean? Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to work out material. It's not really about you and your fucking beliefs tonight. It's about me trying to see what's funny, that's it. That's why Ocean like white women, I see. First of all, nigga, I like tilapia. Fuck what you talking about. Fucking up my tilapia, nigga. I wasn't even talking about you, sister. I said white people. And then I just said that about Ocean. I heard these black chicks over here. Oh, you ain't even hear what I had to say, the point that I made. Ocean, hold me down one of them white hoes too, nigga. So, fuck this shit. Just give me one too, Ocean.
Hold me down.
Grab one of them white hoes for me, hoes. Case in point, as it was happening. Wow, it don't get no better than that right there. You ever see somebody out in public you know well, like know them very, very well, maybe even a family member, maybe a good friend of yours, and you just don't speak? You'd be like, I just don't feel like speaking to them right now. They don't see you, but you see them walking, you just... That nigga saved your life last night. I know, but just don't feel like talking about that right now. So. Fuck y'all, that's hilarious, nigga. I ain't gonna let y'all fuck up my... Nigga, I'm keeping that fucked up. You ever see a big girl at Whole Foods? I always go up to her and be like, today must be your first day. Okay, look, you and your feelings in here are really fucking up this show, all right? I do not need you and your emotions in this motherfucker. These are jokes that I am working the fuck out. You get the fuck out of here and go to a counseling meeting if you all about your emotions, motherfucker. You in a comedy club, goddammit. This is where we come to talk shit. God damn. You ever see somebody sick, frail as shit? You ever think to yourself, that's the size I need to get down to? Show some emotion, I'll throw this fucking phone at you. You ever be out with your husband, wife, boyfriend, or girlfriend, be out in public, see somebody sexy as shit? You ever think to yourself, I should have been patient? A joke funnier than that, but it's all good. No, for real, no. I did one of my good jokes just to see where y'all was at. Now I know it ain't me. I thought it was me at first. I was like, I'm gonna do a good joke to see. Y'all niggas are. Boy, this sweater was a wrong choice. I had so many other choices too, like. I got clothes, for real. I just was like, man, that's gonna do it tonight. Fucked up. Did I ever tell y'all the story about Stevie Wonder? He took my girl from me. No. True shit. This nigga took my girl. That nigga like on some real nigga shit. Like he like a real nigga. Like don't let all this bullshit. Don't let all this bullshit fool you. Like, that nigga on some old stupid shit. Like, I don't fuck with Stevie like that. I like his music, but that nigga personally, like, I don't really fuck with Stevie like that. I posted this shit online one day. I told niggas about him taking this girl I had and shit. I'm in a bar one day. This nigga boy come up to me like, hey, Stevie in the corner. I'm like this. Oh, okay. He's like, he wants you to come over here. I'm like, for what? He's like, he wanted to talk to you about the post you did. I was like, how he know I posted? He was like, 'cause I told him, nigga. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, so he wanted to talk to you about that shit. I was like, I ain't going over there. He was like, that's what you want me to tell him? I'm like, yeah, I ain't fucking going over there. Fuck that shit. I was like, I don't need to be talking. Stevie know what the fuck he did, nigga. So I'm about to leave and shit, and they sitting right by the door. So I'm walking by, his boy like this. Stevie, they go Dion. He like this. Come here for a minute. I'm like, what, dude? He was like, dude, why did you post that bullshit
I was like, "What no bullshit? You did take Melissa, nigga. You know you took her and shit." And he was like, "I don't even know what the fuck you talking about." And I was like, "Nigga, Melissa, nigga." He was like, "What year was it?" I said, 2007. He was like, "Was she in real estate?" I was like, "Nigga, you know Melissa." And he was like, "Sorry about that. I was just doing a lot, and I had these fucking shows that I had to do, and all that shit." I'm like, "Stevie, I don't give a fuck about your shows, nigga. Just hit a nigga back when I hit you, nigga, that's it." He was like, "I hear you." He was like, "But that's some bitch shit you did. Cause you should just reached out." I'm like, "I reached out to you, nigga, and you ain't hit me back, so what the fuck was I supposed to do?" So I just put the story out there, and he was just like, "Well, don't say shit else about me." I was like, "I ain't gonna say shit else about you." He said, "Come on, let's take a picture. Post a picture, tell everybody we cool." And I said, "All right." We posted a picture, and I put it up, but we ain't cool. We not cool. That was some whole shit. We went to go see this chick, picked me up, went on this date. This girl I was cool with, good, my motherfucker. We both from Chicago. We live out here and shit. We was staying out here and shit. She was like, "Man, let's go see Santana." We went to go see Santana, and Stevie did a guest appearance. And so after the show, we backstage and shit, and I was like, "Man, let me introduce you to Stevie and shit." And I introduced you, and Stevie's in this back room and shit. And so the security guy's like, "I'll take her back there." I was like, "I'm gonna go get some drinks." And I went and got the drinks, and I came back, and I'm just standing there and shit for like 20 minutes, yo. So I tell the security guy, "Yo, is my girl back there?" He like, "Yeah, she still with Stevie and shit." And I'm like, "Okay." 40 minutes go by. I'm like, "Dude, tell her to come on out here." He was like, "All right, I'll let her know." 15 minutes later, it's an hour now, she come out there. "I'm so sorry, Dion. Stevie is going through something right now and he really needs me or whatever. Do you think you could take a cab home?" And I was like, "Bitch, are you serious? You just gonna fucking leave me like that over Stevie ass?" I mean, I know he an icon and all that, but it's Stevie ass nigga. And she was like, "Dion, I'm so sorry." She was like, "Here." Bitch gave me $100 in order to go home. And I knew that broke bitch didn't have the money. I knew who gave it to her. It was Stevie, nigga, you know it. I knew it was him, because it was all in ones. All that story was true except for all in ones. She gave me a $100 bill to go home, took a cab home and shit. But I thought it'd be funny to throw all ones on there. But I'm gonna have to do it in front of a crowd without feelings. Y'all niggas like, "Oh." You know Stevie was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. "Oh, you fucked my concentration up. Give it back." 1, 2. Women, y'all gotta start grabbing more dicks and shit. Check it out. I'm gonna say why. Yo, man, you need to grab his dick at all given times. Just grab dick. Just grab his dick, hold his dick at all the times. If he talking to you, just be like, Everything gonna be a little smoother. He'll be like, "I gotta pay this light bill and this gas bill and this water bill." All right, so this is,
The first of the month.
that's that old bitch thinking right there, see? That's right. It's the first of the month. Gotta pay these bills. Got this cable bill I shouldn't have added on them extra 30 channels. Could have kept that $25, but old bitch problems. That was some real shit, wasn't it? That bitch like, it's the first of the fucking month. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this water bill. This shit, this bitch just left the show. Just hell no, that's that vintage bitch shit. That bitch went straight to her bills. Nigga, that's funny. Nigga, that's funny as fuck. Hey, how you doing? I know you, right? No? Huh. I do that on purpose to make the nigga she with a little nervous and shit. Yeah, okay, nigga. That nigga was sitting there like this. So that's why you got the tickets early, huh, bitch? Them cocky niggas. I knew you didn't know her. Cut it out, y'all. Women can fuck whoever the fuck they want. Ain't nobody gonna tell. How about we was fucking? You would never fucking know that. Ever. Like, never. Ever, ever. She busting up right now, like. Shit ain't funny right now. You ain't got nothing to holler out on that one. It's all good. I'm just saying, though, nigga. You ain't got to be like, I knew you didn't. No, you don't know. You don't know. It's a reason. Everything is a reason. That ride home gonna be quiet to the motherfucker. No, for real, just be honest. Where you know nigga from? I ain't gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad. I ain't even that kind of nigga. Just tell me where you know that nigga from. Any women in here ever been fucked by a guy with a wave cap? Fuck out of here. Thank you for being honest. Thank you. All you motherfuckers have. Shut the fuck up. If you got some dick in the 90s, a nigga fucked you in a wave cap. That's all them niggas wore was Timberlands and do-rag. That's it, just butt-ass naked. And Jesus piece on his neck. Busting you in your forehead with it. Bah! 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 Take your chain off, bitch! Take your chain off, bitch! Abe, where you at? You good? It's my nigga Abe right there. He from Chicago. He was at the Players Ball last night. He hosted the Players Ball. Worked with Bishop. You work with Bishop too, right? Bishop Don Juan and shit. Yeah. In Chicago, like that pimp shit is real. Like I remember one time, like Bishop Don Juan is one of the nicest motherfuckers in the world. I ain't lying. Like one time, I had fell on hard times. I ain't had no money, and he tried to give me one of his hoes. He was like, I know you need some money, little bruh. I know you need some money. I'm gonna let you take Darlene right here, all right? She was like, hey, Dion, whatever you need, baby. I was just like, I just didn't have a heart for that shit, there, guys. I was like, oh. As much as I need that money, Darlene, I just ain't got the heart to tell you to stand on that corner, bitch. And get my money. Just ain't in my soul to do that. Them pimps in Chicago so gorilla, nigga. I grew up on it, nigga. I remember one time this one pimp, he had us do a show for him and shit, right? Did this show for him, and he owed me the money, he ain't have it all. Told me to meet him and shit on the corner. This nigga was sitting in a Regal. He was like, come on over here, and I went and sat in the Regal with him and shit. And he was sitting there with the heat on. This nigga had a breakfast egg croissant. It was like
It was like 9 in the morning, nigga, and he had coffee and shit. He was like, you want some coffee? I was like, nah, I'm good. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, here you go, nigga, here you go. Sorry about that, I ain't had that money for you last night and shit. I was like, no, it's all good. He was like, that's all right. And I see him keep looking at his girls and shit. And he was like, what this bitch doing? Mind you, nigga, it's like 5 degrees. Fuck she doing with it? Is that a blanket around her legs? Yeah, it's pretty cold out there and shit. And no. I don't give a fuck how cold it is, bitch. You get out there and you show them what the fuck you got, bitch. What the fuck this bitch got? This nigga start hitting his lights and shit. And that bitch seen it, she just took the blanket off. Put it right in her purse. That bitch is out there like this on the corner. Shit. It's like this bitch is selling ass. Oh my God. So when that nigga tried to give me Darlene, I just kept thinking about that shit. Like, my God won't allow it.
This LA shit, nigga, has brought me some fucked up times, nigga. One time Def Jam had a party on this hill and shit. And I was talking to this girl, we was outside the party and shit. Jay-Z pulled up, like 6 caravans just pulled up and shit. He jump out and shit, nigga come up to me. Tell him, nigga, what's going on and shit? I was like, why y'all outside? We was like, oh, what's going on? We just came out here to smoke and talk shit. He was like, oh, okay, cool, that's what's up. And the nigga went inside. Me and old girl like, yo, that was Jay, that's what's up. I was like, yo, let's go in here and I'm gonna get a picture with him and shit, all right? And that's when I had one of them motherfuckers, them cameras that yellow motherfucker that you wind up. I had one of them motherfuckers, so I'm standing there winding it. I'm like, look, we gonna go in there and dance. When I get close to him, here, you take the camera. When I get close to him, I'm gonna ask to take a picture with him. Just snap the motherfucking photo right there, because I don't want to be pulling the motherfucker out, whining it, and wasting time and shit. So here, you take this motherfucker, and we gonna dance till we get to that motherfucker. And then when I'm gonna ask him, you take the picture. The bitch is like, I ain't back cool and shit. So Jay right there, right? So me and this bitch, we in this motherfucker again and shit. So I'm looking at her like, come on. Bitch right with me, she grooving this shit. I was like, hey Jay, what's up, man? Hey man, you think I can get a photo with you? This nigga said, damn nigga, all these bitches in here and you trying to get a picture with a nigga? What kind of nigga is you, nigga? I was like, what the fuck is going on? I looked at that bitch danced right into the crowd. That bitch took my camera and everything, just left, nigga. I'm just standing there like. Y'all tip the bartender, man. Craig, you good, baby? Craig got that Pearl Jam hair and shit. What's that song? Alive. Alive the shit. How that shit go? I'm still alive. You fuckers. It looked like we set that up and shit. This is great. Thank y'all, man. I was just about to leave, nigga. That's nice. What's that, white?
It's Oreo.
Oreo. I wonder who chose that cake. If I hurt anybody's feelings in here before, I apologize, okay? I don't know. I really don't. I just thought I'd leave on some more sentimental shit. I wanted the white people to go home like, that's one hell of a guy, man. All right, thank y'all. God bless y'all. Thank you for coming, man.
I'm Dion Cole. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Improv. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you all. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all.